Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and we're continuing on with our ace doubles, the early ace doubles. So I hope you enjoy this. We'll see what you're looking at is ace double number 23. That's Passing Strange by Richard Sale. Richard Sale was from the late 1930s, mid to late 1930s, a famous or a common name in the pulps. This is a book called Passing Strange, by Richard Sale. Bulging with action, keen characterization, and vertebrae freezing finish. Startling. And there you see a guy with what looks like a silencer. There. So Passing Strange. And on the back, the flip side is Bring Back Her Body, an ace original by Stuart Brock. The door prize at that wild party was a coffin. What's she pulling out of her wallet? Out of her bag, it's a gun. So that's that one. All right, the next one that I have is Vulture Valley by Tom West, a Western. He owed allegiance to both the law and the lawless. Vulture Valley. That's D24. And on the back is The Sidewinders. Great cover. Pistol Poison at the Snake in a Hole Ranch. An ace original by John Callahan. So that's that one. And we have P.G. Wodehouse, The Code of the Woosters. Wodehouse fans will love this new Jeeves novel. This from the New Yorker magazine. P.G. Wodehouse, the Jeeves novel. And another P.G. Wodehouse, Quick Service. Complete and unabridged. One of the best Wodehouse novels from time. All right. So that's that. Yep, not signed. And the next one is by Charles Petit. Petit's work is a small landmark in the history of American sophistication, okay? The Impotent General by Charles Petit. Cover, signed, Norm Saunders. That's D26. And on the flip side is Lovin' a Junk. Another Exotic Tales, 4 cautionary, translated by Harold Acton and Lee Xie. Completed and unabridged. So superior in every way to the Decameron. Okay. It looks like a translation of a Chinese novel. So that's Lovin' a Junk. That's that. Then we have Double Take by Mel Colton. She was hard to meet and deadly to know. Where do you see covers like that? That's D27, Double Take. And for this ace double, on the back is The Fingered Man. Quoth the Raven by Bruno Fisher. Bruno Fisher is a well-known hard-boiled crime writer. Plentiful action, good characters, and sinuous plot. That's Bruno Fisher, The Fingered Man. And it's signed, I believe. Yeah. You can see that signature. See? Saunders. All right, so that's that. And then we have Paul Evan, Gunsmoke Kingdom. He held all the aces until a 45 Joker showed up. Gunsmoke Kingdom by Paul Evan. Beautiful cover. Nice copy. And Avenger from Nowhere, an Ace original by William E. Vance. He was a dead ringer for a notorious killer. Okay, so that's that one. Who else do we have? And there is Dead Man Friday by J.F. Hutton. It's D29. The original title is Too Good to Be True. So Dead Man Friday, complete and unabridged. And then on the back is The Fast Buck, an Ace original by Ross Lawrence. Double your dough and die. How's that? How's that for some hyperbole? So that's Ross Lawrence, Ace original, The Fast Buck. Okay. And this is Murder by the Pack, an Ace original by Carl G. Hodges. Murder by the Pack. These cigarettes bore the stamp of death. Interesting, and that's also signed Saunders. A lot of these are by Saunders. And this is Frank Kane, Murder and Mayhem in Abundant Measure, About Face by Frank Kane, complete and unabridged. Very violent cover. All right, so that's that one. This is D33. And then we have, beautiful cover. What a cover. Feud in Piney Flats. It's a Piney Flats, I think. Hell's Lid blew up when they kidnapped a marshal's daughter. An Ace original by Ken Murray. That is a nice cover. And on the back, another Ken Murray. Hellions Hole, an original Marshall Dawson novel. They made the Marshall leader of the outlaw band. So Ken Murray's Hellions Hole. Interesting. Who carries their guns like that? Interesting. So this is a Marshall leader. What's his name? Marshall Dawson. Sorry, Marshall Dawson. Okay. Then we have Departure Delayed by Will Orsler. High grade thriller, the Saturday Review. Departure Delayed. That's Ace D337. Or Ace D37. And the other one is The Drowning Wire, an Ace original by Marvin Clare. What's that? And now we have a Western, signed Saunders. This is Outlaw River by Bliss Lomax. A bridge of bullets was the only way across. Wow. Bliss Lomax, Outlaw River. Then we have Showdown at Yellow Butte by an Ace original by Jim Mayo. This is D38. And one more little thing. Jim Mayo is none other than Louis L'Amour. This for you who are big L'Amour fans. This is a rare one. Showdown at Yellow Butte by Jim Mayo. It was Louis L'Amour. Alright, so that's that one. Then we have Quantrell's Raiders. Oh. A Union renegade joins the South's most ruthless guerrillas. Quantrell's Raiders. An Ace original by Frank Gruber. That's D39. Another Frank Gruber, Rebel Road. Alternate title is Outlaw. It's Rebel Road by Frank Gruber. And that's D, I don't see the number. Let's see if I can see the number. D39. And now we have, I have to go in order here. Waltz into Darkness by William Irish. A notorious writer of mystery fiction and noir fiction is William Irish. Though he knew she was evil, he could not live without her. Let's waltz into darkness. Wow, it's D40. And on the back is a book called Scylla. To her, men were the weaker sex. A nice original by Malden Grange Bishop. Yeah, it's D40. D41 is Day Keane, one of the great hard-boiled mystery writers, noir fiction writers. Death House Doll. Death House Doll, that's how you'd say it. It's D41. She was the only one. She was the only. She was safe only in the shadow of the chair. Okay. Death House Doll by Day Keane. And on the back is Morning After by Thomas B. Dewey. High-speed action with tough and glamorous performers. Right? Morning After. D41. And then we have Salome by Yerrick and Eldridge. Apparently two writers. Salome, My First 2,000 Years of Love. Anyway, that's Salome. Yeah, I don't know if that's a biblical epic. Let's look at the back. For the first time at newsstand prices, Salome, My First 2,000 Years of Love, in the dazzling figure of Salome, temptress of Herod. There is embodied the eternal search for love of all womankind. Forever youthful, forever ardent, the wandering Jewess tells the vivid and passionate story of her personal quest for romance and her struggle through 2,000 years to attain sexual victory. The best-selling novel in the higher-priced editions for many years. Its bold views on sex have brought forth praise from such celebrated writers as Havelock Ellis, Fritz Wittels, and others. So Salome. Don't know what to make of this. I don't know if this is history or what it is. Anyway, that's Salome. This is D43. All right. It's like the Wandering Jew thing, or the Wandering Jewess. So it's interesting. This is another Jim Mayo, which is none other than Louis L'Amour. This is Utah Blaine, D48, Ace Original. Okay, Utah Blaine. And this one is signed Desert Showdown. Alternate title is The Spell of the Desert by Brad Ward. And that's a nice prominent signature, Saunders. All right, that's D48. The next one is Tongue King by Dan Cushman. And that's D49, Tongue King. Beautiful cover, actually. Very detailed, very violent. Lots going on in that one shot. Then we have the Golden Temptress This is an abridged edition, it says there. Golden Temptress by Charles Grayson. Mom at his best would have been proud of this. Stephen Longstreet. Right? Alternate title is The Broken Gate. It's D49. And this one is called Baden, an Ace original by Osro Grant. Baden. He spelled danger to a dozen. He spelled danger to a dozen men and terror to their daughters. Okay. And on the back is The Mating Call by Wileen Shaw, an Ace original. It says, always sinister eyes spied on her trysts, the mating call. All right, it's D50. This next one is literally, as the title shows, specially edited edition by Lawrence Treat. Over the Edge. It's D51. Brilliantly executed novel of suspense, guaranteed to hold your interest. Literally over the edge. D51. And on the back is Switcheroo, Dragnet for a Two-Faced Blonde. An Ace original by Emmett McDowell. So that's Switcheroo. All right. There is more to show. That's that. And then we have Killbox by Michael Stark. Alternate title is Run for Your Life. Good tempo and interesting data on atomic murder. Anthony Boucher. It's D55. And on the back is The Tobacco Auction Murders. That's a beautiful cover. Very sensuous. Without even trying. So that's by Robert Turner. Death Was the Highest Bidder. It's D55. Beautiful cover. This is a Western. Hell Bent for a Hang Rope. No honor among horse thieves. It's D56. By Clement Hardin. And then a Bliss Lomax. Ambush at Coffin Canyon. The Leather Burners by Bliss Lomax. It's a revised edition. Face to face with Phantom 45s. Yep, nice cover. Nothing to say bad about this. Right, so that's that. That's the same one. Then we have D57. Counter Spy Express on a Through Train to Terror. An Ace original by A.S. Fleischman. Author of Malay Woman. And on the back, Charles L. Leonard. Treachery in Trieste. It's a revised edition. International intrigue novel that rates with the best. Hey. Yeah, Treachery in Trieste. Interesting. Oh, wow. What a title. D59. The Corpse in My Bed. Alternate title is Most Men Don't Kill. It's by a guy named David Alexander. Revised edition. A rough, tough, and exciting murder mystery. It's D59. And on the back, D59, Spiderweb by Robert Bloch. Ace original. Trapped in his own murder net. Spiderweb. Nice title. And Fred C. Davis, famous book writer. D63, Drag the Dark. First rate, says the New York Times. Yeah, Fred C. Davis is a good writer. And another, wow, this is a real 35 cents. Double your money. You'll Die Next by Harry Whittington. He put up his wife as security for murder. Great writer. Nothing bad to say about Harry Whittington. All right. And this one, Walker A. Tompkins, the ever prolific Western writer, Deadwood. And that's D68. That's Deadwood. Nice cover. And William L. Hobson, another mass writer. William L. Hobson, Bullet Brand Empire. The original title was Cow Thief Empire. This is D68. All right. This is D71. Margaret Scherf, The Case of the Hated Senator. And then the alternate title is Dead, Senate Office Building. A more popular victim is unlikely to show up in mystery fiction this year, says the Washington Star. So that's D71. And then Drop Dead by Gordon Ash. Somebody's literally falling from a cliff height. Her trail led straight into a killer's man trap. That's D71. Drop Dead. Is that by Gordon Ash? This next one is Knight Rider Deputy by Ralph R. Perry. This D72. Interesting cover. Look at that. Oh, wow. This Norman A. Fox. The Devil's Saddle. This corpses were markers in this Badlands treasure hunt. Norman A. Fox. This is D77. Catch the Brass Ring by Stephen Marlowe. He was all set for a free ride in a hearse. Okay. And at the back, Stranger at Home by George Sanders. The man enough rope and he'll hang someone. Wow. Stranger at Home. George Sanders. That's D77. And D81 by Sheldon Stark. I think that's a pseudonym for somebody famous. Caught in a Murder Maze, Too Many Sinners, a complete novel by Sheldon Stark. Too Many Sinners. It's D81. And on the back of D81, John A. Saxon, Liability Limited. Tough Lusty in the James M. Cain tradition. All right. Liability Limited. And what's this next one? This is D88, the 7-day system for gaining self-confidence and financial success. Maybe good advice for some people still today, who knows? This is by Dexter Davis. All right. 7-day system for gaining self-confidence, popularity, and financial success. D88. And another Stephen Marlowe. He did the Chester Drum series. This D89. Homicide Payoff with Compound Interest. Turn left for murder. There we go. D89. And at the back is Death Watch by Ruth and Alexander Wilson, complete and unabridged. The alternate title is The Town is Full of Rumors. And what's the Saturday Review blurb? It says, action never flags among the best, says the Saturday Review. All right. And this is the last one I'm going to show because it's a long video. This is by Bert Arthur. A nice cover. It's called The Drifter. It's D92. He was a fiddlefoot with an itchy trigger finger. The Drifter. And on the back, The Longhorn Trail. Oh, Richard Wormser and Dan Gordon. Now, Richard Wormser is the fellow who wrote the Infernal Light Green Hornet novel that was published by Dell back in 1966. That's Richard Wormser. Okay, that's The Longhorn Trail by Richard Wormser and Dan Gordon. That's Ace D92. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at some of these very gorgeous covers. Brilliant covers by guys like Norm Saunders. So if you enjoyed this, it's a look through vintage paperback eye candy. All right, we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.